Hi, I'm Pastor Kurt, and this is your 5-minute Bible study. Today, we're going to be looking at 1 Samuel chapters 18 through 20. Now, this is about the friendship between David and Jonathan. In the previous chapter, we heard about how David defeated Goliath. Well, now that news has spread, Jonathan is starting to side himself with David. The interesting thing here is Jonathan is King Saul's son. So Saul is now threatened by David because David is started to attract this following, especially after defeating Goliath, and especially now that he has been anointed as the new king. One of the people David has attracted is Jonathan. Saul still trusts his own son. He still trusts Jonathan. He still talks to Jonathan, still tells him what's going on. In particular, he still tells Jonathan his plans to kill David. Because remember, Saul does not want to give up the throne to David. Now, Jonathan, because he is David's best friend, relays all of this information to David about how his father wants to kill him. Jonathan looks out for David. He deeply cares for him. And David deeply cares for Jonathan. The text is clear that these two are very, very good friends. Some people wonder if they were more than friends, but that's unclear in the text. What is clear is that they were very close and that they looked out for one another. Jonathan, in particular, is in this tricky spot because he's got his father on one side and his best friend on the other side. And his father wants to kill his best friend. As we look at how Jonathan protects David from his father, I want you to think about your best friends. How have they supported you when you have been in danger? Who has been like a Jonathan to you when you have been struggling? Maybe things are going well. Maybe you have had this really good time like David did after he defeated Goliath and people have started to rally around him. But maybe you've been through some tough times, like David now that Saul is trying to take his life. Who has been there for you in those times? Who has been a Jonathan to you? Or flip it around. How have you been a Jonathan to someone else? Maybe you know people who are going through hard times. Or maybe you know someone who's rejoicing at something good that's happened, and you're there for them no matter what. This is what we see with David and Jonathan, that these two guys are there for each other no matter what. In the good times, like when David defeated Goliath, and in the bad times, like when Saul is coming after David. That is the sign of a true friend, that this person is with you when life is good, and this person is with you when life is bad. And it's not just about their concern for you, it's also your concern for them, because friendship works both directions, right? Sometimes in the Bible, we don't hear about strong friendships. We hear a lot about siblings, we hear about disciples in groups, but David and Jonathan give us a great example of what a strong friendship looks like. So as you think about David and Jonathan, think about your friends and think about how the two of you have been there for each other, both in good times and in bad times. And think about how God has been at work through both of you. Clearly, God is at work through David. God is also at work in Jonathan, as Jonathan works to protect David. There's your 5-minute Bible study for the day. Please remember to like, comment, share, and subscribe, and I'll see you next time. Thanks.